Hello and welcome to News in Brief, live on NTA Maiduguri. I am Fatima Isa. Good morning. The Northeast Development Commission has engaged a Chinese firm to upscale its rehabilitation, reconstruction and resettlement of internally displaced persons across the region. The more than a decade-long insurgency across the northeastern part of Nigeria, Borno State in particular, resulted to massive displacement of communities, forcing them to become IDPs, with its attendant consequences in their social and economic life. To deliver on its mandate of attending to all developmental needs of its catchment area, the NEDC engaged a Chinese firm to massively pursue resettlement drives by providing those in need shelter and other social amenities necessary for human survival. Chairman of the Commission, Major General Paul Tarfa, retired, hinted this soon after their inaugural meeting as the newly reconstituted board in Maiduguri, restating why such an intervention was necessary. Representative of the Chinese firm, Long Liu, while assuring of complete adherence to the contractual specification, was quick to note that they will do everything to justify the confidence reposed on them.
Now that we have heard from them, when the board meets, we shall then decide on our priorities.
It's not only agriculture, farming alone. It's collectively with equipment, with power supply, with security, with a lot. That's why it is an integrated solution on the partnership.
Executive Chairman, State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, Professor Bulama Kagu, has charged managers of primary schools to brace up towards ensuring that the desired knowledge is inculcated in learners. The visit by the Executive Chairman SUBEB and his management team to Magumeri and Gubbio is part of the organization's continuous quality assurance program. Professor Bulama Kagu, however, frowned against improper management of school record at the 3 different schools visited in Magumeri and told the head teachers to brace up. The SUBEB boss was impressed with the turnout of teachers in all the places visited and implored them to maintain the tempo. The visit, which comprised the Director Quality Assurance, Director School, Director Planning and his assistant, was basically to evaluate the level of teaching and learning as well as classroom management in Magumeri and Gubbio. Similarly, the need for parents to take advantage of transforming the education sector by ensuring that their words are punctual to school has been recalled. Members of the authority were in NTA Maiduguri to solicit partnership with the station to enlighten the public on efforts and plans being made by the agency in transforming the education sector in Maiduguri. Education Secretary Tijani Umar informed the management of NTA that his appointment has changed the narrative of education sector, saying without NTA, the agency cannot achieve its objectives. He said Professor Babagana Umar Zulum has prioritized reviving the education sector and recruitment of qualified teachers to ensure quality education. Zonal Director, Nigerian Television Authority, Muhammad Abubakar, assured to partner LEA, stressing that the core mandate of the station is to deliver contents to the community, hence the charges on some of its services to sustain operation.
Parents to know that they should release their children as earlier as 7 o'clock, as earlier as 7:30. Because my teachers, once they come into schools after 8, we are going to consider it as late.
For anybody to work with Professor Babagana Umara means he is an achiever, a team player, just like the governor.
Meanwhile, caretaker chairman of Goza local government, Abdullahi Danjato, has presided over the swearing-in ceremony of 9 councillors with a call on them to work in the overall interests of the people. Shortly after taking oath of the office and allegiance by the 9 councillors, the chairman, Abdullahi Danjato, said the councillors were appointed basically to serve the inhabitants of Goza, hence challenging them to show commitment in discharging their responsibilities in line with the policies of Governor Babagana Umar Zulum. Meanwhile, the caretaker chairman has led the newly appointed councillors and other stakeholders on a courtesy visit to the Emir of Goza over the aspiration of Abakau as chairman, where Njato spoke elaborately on the antecedents of the aspirant, especially in the area of assisting victims of insurgency. Emir of Goza, Muhammad Shehu Mustafa Idris Timta, who was pleased with the visit, advised them to do the needful towards emerging victorious at the polls and assured of the traditional institution's support. And that concludes the news in brief. Do have a great day.